Hi, Fitness Club. It's Fitness Coach Shanika Maroney here. And I want to start by saying Happy New Year. We're in 2015, and this really is an opportunity for you to make this year as great and as fabulous as you want it to be. Because it all really boils down to how much you're willing to give this year. If you're willing to go the distance, this can really be your year. And so, everybody's making their New Year's resolutions, and I love it. And some people are like, you shouldn't make New Year's resolutions. Nobody keeps it. I love New Year's resolutions. I love New Year's because it really does. Sometimes we need that event. We need something to happen to help us to start over, to kind of give us a sense of a new and fresh start. So for all you New Year's resolution makers out there, my hat's off to you, because this is your chance. This is your opportunity. If 2014 didn't go the way you wanted to go, you didn't hit your goals, you didn't hit your marks, I want you to forget all about what happened back then, because that'll hold you back from going forward and being really fabulous in your future 2015. So in order to kind of fire you up for your journey, to kind of get you ready for 2015, to kind of make it the best year, not just kind of good, but really good, I want to talk today about how to answer the call for change in your life that's ringing. So what I mean by that is, we all have that feeling that comes over us. It's like it's a need. You have something that you've been wanting to do. Maybe it's weight loss. Maybe it's starting a business. Maybe it's going back to school. It keeps coming up for you. And if it keeps coming up for you, that really means that that's something that is necessary for you to hit. You know what I'm saying? It's like some things you want and it doesn't make or break your life whether you do it or not. But then you have some things that are laid inside your heart, put in your head, and they will never leave. It just keeps coming back. Like you always keep coming back to trying to go back to school. You always keep coming back to trying to lose weight. That's because that's a need. That's a desire. That's something that needs to be met in your life. And so in this new year, I'm saying listen to that voice. Listen to that call, that desire that keeps coming up for you. Don't push it to the side. Don't neglect it. Don't act like you don't hear it. You know you feel it. You know you want it. You know you want to make more money. You know you want a fabulous body. You wouldn't keep going after these things if you really didn't want it. So 2015 can be the year where you stop ignoring, right? You stop ignoring or not paying attention to the desires, the things that you know you really want. Because the reality of it is that the real reason why a lot of us don't go for the things we want is either one or two things. Either we don't believe that we can have it, so it's fear. We don't believe we can do it. We don't believe we can make the change. We don't believe that it could work for us. We see it has worked for other people, but we don't really believe that that change can be for us. So that's one thing that can keep you from going all the way in and actually answering the call that you keep feeling led to do. The other thing is that we notice and we recognize the work that goes into it. So in order to create this change, sometimes there's a lot of changes that you really have to make in your own personal life. Like you can't just have it where you're able to still eat everything you want and lose weight. And a lot of us recognize that challenge, so we decide that we're not even going to take on the task of trying to lose weight because we're not really willing, right, to go the distance and do the work. So what I'm saying is, if you really want something, number one, stop ignoring. Stop ignoring the call. Stop ignoring the feeling of, I want something better. I want something different in my life. And actually just accept it and face it and be real about it and say, you know what? I do really want that. That's why I keep coming back to it. That's why I can't let it go. It's because in me, that's a real desire. I have to do that. Once you get real and really admit that that's what I want, then you're able to take that next step. And that next step is just deciding that no matter what, I'm going to go for it. Like, I'm going to put in the hard work. I'm going to face some of my fears. I'm going to get uncomfortable, because when you're trying to create that change in your life, that means you have to get out of your normal pattern of doing things, and you have to embrace something else. In other words, to get something new, you have to do something different. Like, you can't keep operating in life the same way you were and expect to have that change. Okay? In other words, you can't expect to have a killer business if you don't learn how to talk to people and sell, if you're afraid to talk to people. You have to get over that. You have to step outside of yourself, outside of your comfort zone, and just go for it. My greatest victories came when I just went for it, where I didn't worry about what people thought, when I stopped criticizing myself, right? Accepting who I am, authentically, the whole nine. Like, I'm not trying to please anybody. I just do what I feel led to do. I answer the call, right? That's ringing in my life. I don't try to run from it. I don't try to pretend like this is not a desire of mine, or pretend like, or have it where I'm trying to please somebody else. I know when I step up in my own best self. So in 2015, I say, go for what you want. Decide what you want. And then be bold enough to go get it. And don't worry about how things are going to work out. You know, like, you try to figure out, how am I going to be able to go to school? Figure it out. Problem solve your life. Stop running from every challenge. Take on the challenge. I always tell, especially my clients, I say, we have to stop connecting at the point of disappointment, because a lot of us can latch on to disappointment and we stay right there. We have a setback, we latch on to it, and we don't let it go. Or we latch on to, we don't have enough, so we stop right there. And you have to start connecting at loving the challenge, right? Because that's a different mind frame. When I start loving a challenge, like, I love life to challenge me, I operate a totally different way. So I jump in and I take it on. It's a different attitude. It's a different mind frame. It's a different energy I bring when I attack every situation from, I love the challenge. So in order to answer the call that's ringing in your life, 2015, you had 2014. That year could have been great too if you would have decided to just do it. So know that there's not anything special that's about to happen. Like, the clouds are not going to part, right? No doves are going to come down singing and humming, and all of a sudden you're just comfortable with everything, you know, and everything is just easy and everything just works in a straight line. When I was sitting in life and I was waiting on life to get easy, I realized it never got easy. And I woke up and I realized that it wasn't life that needed to change. It was me. It was me. It was how I was operating in my life that needed to change. I needed to be able to do the work. I had to realize that it's not going to be always easy. And when you get out of that mode, when you stop looking for life to be easy, weight loss, it's not easy. But it's what you want. And if you want it bad enough, you go there. Meaning, you give up this over here so that I can have this over there. You don't say it's too hard. You just go for it. You push yourself. And are you going to be perfect at it? Is it going to work out the first time you try? Probably not. Stop trying to be perfect. Make the mistake. Learn from it. Make note of that. Mental note. I went wrong there. It messed up. And then let it go. Right? Move on. Because as long as you stay in the game, you can get what you want. So that's it. 2015, answer the call that's ringing in your life. Don't ignore what you really want. You know you want to lose 20 pounds. You know it. Do it. You know you want to start that business. You tried to start a business the year before. You keep coming back to it. It's your call. You're not going to be satisfied until you do it. You know you want to go back to school. You know you want to spend more time with your kids. You have to do it. If something keeps coming up for you, that's your call. That's your purpose. That's a need. It's a necessity because it won't let you go, right? It's like it's holding on to you and you can't shake it. You try to ignore it, but it keeps coming back. That's what you're meant to do. And so for 2015, I say go for it. Go all the way. Don't let anything stop you. Don't even let yourself stop you. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Because it's oftentimes it's not people who talk us out of going big, going for what we want, reaching our goals. It's us. We talk down to ourselves. We talk ourselves right out of victory and into a place of I can't, I'm not able. Build yourself up and focus on things that empower you. That's what it takes. So 2015, this can be your year. Answer the call that's ringing in your life. And have a good one. Bye.